Hi, Miss. Good day to you. I'm Prita Nishantini from class 7A1. My ID number is 2450013BLE. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to speak today. We live in a world full of choices every day. We are faced with decisions that test not just our intelligence but our integrity. Today, I want to talk about something that both timeless and urgently relevant in society, especially as we confront growing issues like scamming and drug abuse. Let's start with the basis. Ethics refers to rules provided by external source like laws, professional codes, or social norms. Morality, on the other hand, is about personal principle, what you believe is right or wrong based on your conscience. Ethics and morality should be aligned together, but often we find a disturbing gap between what is legal and what is moral. Nowhere this is clearer than in a rise of scam, whether it's online fraud, phishing scam, or fake investment opportunities. Scamming has become a dark art, clever, convincing, and dangerously widespread. The scammer's mindset is if I don't get caught, it's fine. But this is not ethics. This is a manipulation. It destroys trust, exploits, and vulnerable and erodes the very fabric society. Ask yourself what kind of society we become if truth no longer matters, if quick money is valued more than honest work. Then there is the issue of drugs. We often talk about drugs in terms of health, addition of all legality, but underneath all of that is deeper moral crisis. Drug abuse is not just about bad choices, it's about a system that sometimes values profit over people, pleasure over purpose, and escape over responsibility. And let's not forget about the drug trade driven by greed, funded by mystery, and it's not just an individual failing, it's a social failure where ethics are cast aside for gain at any cost. In the face of all of this, we need to ask what kind of society we want to build. A society where ethics are a formality or one where morality guides our daily choices. It isn't just about being a good person, but when others are watching, it's about doing the right thing even when no one is. Because every scam we ignore, every lie we tolerate, and every life lost to drugs is a piece of our collective soul that we lose. So, educate yourself and others. Awareness is the first step towards the accountability. Refuse to normalize unethical behavior, no matter how common it becomes. And above all, choose character over convenience. Let us be the generation that values ethics over ego, morality over money, and people over the power. Thank you. My friend will continue the presentation. Thank you, Miss.
Hi, Miss. Good day. My name is Tivia, daughter of Supaya, and I'm coming from batch 7A1. My ID number is 2450014BLE, and I'm here to present my part in ethics in law enforcement, which is assignment 2 poster presentation. I'm going to talk about the scamming. Scamming is a growing ethical and moral concern in our society today. It involves deceiving individuals or organizations to gain money and or personal information through dishonest means. From online phishing emails to phone fraud and investment scams, scammers use manipulation and false promises to exploit others for their own benefits. This unethical behavior not only causes financial loss but also emotional distress and a loss of trust in institutions. Scamming violates fundamental moral principles such as honesty, fairness, and respect for others. It reflects a deep disregard for well-being of victims and undermines the fabric of a trustworthy society. In a morally upright society, individuals are expected to act right with integrity and empathy, values that scammers intentionally abandon. Combating scams requires not only strict legal enforcement but also public awareness, education, and a strong ethical foundation. We all have a role to play in recognizing, reporting, and preventing scams to uphold justice and protect our communities. Thank you, Miss.
Good morning, Miss. I'm engineer son of Raisankar from BLE 7A1. Today, I want to talk about a serious and deeply rooted issue in our society, the crime of drugs. This is not just a matter of legal violations or law enforcement. It's also a reflection of the ethical and moral health of our community. As seen in the poster, we are presented the visuals are a powerful representation of how drug-related crime touch every layer of society, from the authorities trying to enforce the law to the individuals trapped in the cycle of addiction or criminal activity. So, what exactly is a drug crime? In simple terms, it involves illegal possession, use, manufacturing, or distribution of substance like heroin, methamphetamine, cocaine, and other harmful drugs. But if we dig deeper, behind every drug related case is a human story. Some are driven by addiction, others by poverty or lack of opportunity, and some by greed. Therefore, when discussing drug crimes, we must not focus only on the act, but also understand the why behind it. This is where ethics and morality come into play. Ethics refer to rule the law that society imposes, while morality is shaped by individual value and conscience. Selling drug is ethically wrong and illegal. But can we say that every drug dealer is morally corrupted? What if someone is forced into due to depression, unemployment, or threats? This brings us to the role of society. Often drug crime are result of systemic failure, lack of education, poor job opportunity, broken homes, and mentally health issue. When people are failed by the system, some turn to drug as either a way to escape or as a means of income. That's why we cannot look a drug offender as a criminal. They are also product of neglect and abandonment. At the same time, we cannot ignore the victims of these crimes. Drug addicts, many of who started with casual use, end up physically and emotionally broken. Families suffer seeing their loved one destroyed, and communities live within fear and disorder. They are not just law and order issue. They are stories of human suffering. Law enforcement play a critical role, but even then, we face ethical dilemmas. Is this fair to punish a first-time drug user the same way we should punish a drug lord? Should we focus more rehabilitation than punishment? From a moral point of view, justice must be balanced with compassion. Harsh punishments may not solve the root problem, but offering help and support might prevent future crimes. Thus, ethics must go hand in hand with empathy. If we want to address the crime of drugs effectively, we must take moral responsibility as a society. This means providing access to the education, creating employment opportunity, offering psychological support, and promoting awareness about the danger of drugs. We need to see the drug addiction not just a crime, but as a public health issue. Only then we can reduce the number of people who fall into this trap. Legal reform, community support, and ethical leadership must be work together to heal our society. In conclusion, the issue of drugs And crime is not black and white. It challenges us to rethink our value and priorities. It asks us whether we want to just punish or whether we want to solve. Every individual caught in the web of drugs represent as larger story of societal breakdown. But they also represent an opportunity to rebuild life, to restore hope, and to reclaim the moral consistence of community. Thank you.